Hey, everybody, welcome to the first annual Save Our Sites conference. This is a conference that we were inspired to do actually in this a room very similar to this in Irvine, California, 2019. I believe it was October also. We're recording this in November, but around this time of the year, right before COVID, we had a meetup. It was free. We had like what, 80 people show up?
No, it was like 100 and something.
A
It's
hundred.
debatable.
Yeah, we don't know. And
In that realm.
Yeah.
and we thought, okay, wow, this can actually be done because people came. I was expecting only SoCal people. People came from like North Dakota. They came from far away places. Like they flew just for that one day thing. So that sparked the initial seed. There's a demand for this. And then COVID, our channels, my channel, Brad's, and Dr. Fox, Latinos in Clinical Research, all that stuff kind of came from that. And we all grew our platforms, myself included, together. Now we realize that we're actually able to pull this off because it's not just me. It's myself, Brad, Dr. Fox, Latinos in Clinical Research. So Brad, myself, Dr. Fox had a conversation. We had a podcast or a live stream, and we kept talking about how we don't like conferences. And I believe one of them asked me if I'm going. I said, no, I don't go to any conference anymore unless I get paid to go, which a lot of them pay people to go, the people you see on stage, not at ours, but at most of these places, they're either being paid to go or they have some other kind of incentive to go. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to sit middle seat and coach just to watch somebody else pitch something. I can do that at home by myself, and even at home, I won't do it. So we decided, well, instead of complaining so much, why don't we just do that meetup, but make it every year and eventually make it multiple days. So this first one, we're going to do a one day basically meetup, but it's Save Our Sites conference. And Dr. Fox, everyone asks, why do we call it Save Our Sites?
So why do our sites have to be saved? I've been a director at a site. I have many, many sites in my network, and there are things that are set against them. There are sites that sometimes may not know how to do certain things. There are so many different ways to fail as a clinical research site that you absolutely have to bring the sites together so that we can learn from each other, so that we can raise each other up, so that we can have successful clinical research at the site level and help as many patients as possible.
And everyone else here. So we decided, okay, Brad, Dr. Fox, and let's do Latinos in Clinical Research because it's important that we have representation from the underserved and underrepresented in our communities. And this is why everyone on this couch is here too, as part of Latinos in Clinical Research. Thank you for wearing the shirt, Chris.
And Judy.
Oh, and Judy. My bad, my bad.
Shout out to Cassandra's LICR logo.
So what do you guys think? Like, why should we even do this conference? And I can go on a rant about this, but I want to get your guys' thoughts.
I think the first thing is a conference that everybody will want to go, like yourself. It's a conference where you actually find worth going. It's not that the other ones are not. It's just that one conference that have enough content and motivation and the expert voice and the people voice to be here. So it's an opportunity for everybody to speak up and come together to find solutions. And in addition to that, have fun, right? And network and meet as much as people as you can in the industry that could be helpful. And on top of that, a price that you can afford, right?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
it's not a price that is just like
That's
you have
another
to
thing.
save
I'm
the whole
glad he brought
year.
that up.
You have to save the whole year to go, and then probably it's a bummer when you go because you don't find exactly what you were expecting. So yeah.
So we're not doing this to make money. I'm glad he brought that up. The meetup that inspired this 2019 was free. We would have had even more people come. People have told me there was like dozens of people said I didn't go because I thought it was going to be a sales pitch because anytime something's free, it comes with strings attached, especially in our industry. So that's why we wanted to make a nominal fee. And not only that, it helps pay for the future conferences. And that's where we could start monetizing with the sponsors. And we're really grateful to have the sponsors that we do, all handpicked by us. And it's not just wave around money and you could be a sponsor. We've shut down all of us here, Dr. Fox, sponsors, potential sponsors.
I think something else to mention is me personally, I like the conferences that I've gone to. They're great. But there is something to say about, commercialism and how it's structured and all of that. And that's perfectly fine. But why reinvent the wheel, right? If there's something that you're noticing just personally that, oh, this would have been better. Or, I actually would have liked it this way or delivered that way. If these things aren't being delivered, right? It's a great thing to actually come together and deliver that so that there's variety in the industry so that, for those that want commercialism, that like the older structure and all of those types of things, then yes, those conferences are for you. But for SOS, it's for individuals that want to get straight to the point. They want to be there. They don't want sales pitch. They want to know that who is on the actual panels or who's speaking isn't being monetized, right? There's not some sort of, endpoint here or there. I mean, we're not even going to be, allowing individuals to speak openly about the companies that they're from. We're not going to do introductions. It's just, come here, let's talk. This is the issue. Let's figure out a solution together. If you want to learn about the person, do your own research in the background or go and network, right? And so this is why I really like what we're doing with SOS, one of the many reasons why I'm personally excited to go to this conference.
And I'll open up to Judy and Chris right now. But Brad, by the way, who's a stakeholder, you'll see him. We'll throw him in here and there. He's dealing with the FDA audit, unfortunately, but he'll join us remotely afterwards as well. Site owner, Dr. Fox site owner. Latinos in Clinical Research is not just a virtue signaling brand. These are site owners. Site owner, soon to be site owner, right? So this is a conference for sites, built by sites, not by investors, not by venture capital, not by CROs or IRBs. This is like site owners building something for other site owners. Judy?
Yeah, so I just wanted to add, I'm excited to be part of this, being in the industry over 18 years in clinical research, starting with a site 16 years ago. I didn't have all these resources. I didn't have all of you guys. I didn't have people I could reach out to. Very few people that did help us, but there was a lot of things I kind of had to learn on my own. Now I can give that back to the community. There's a lot of small site owners, people who want to get into the industry or want to do something, who have reached out personally, and I help them as much as I can. But this is a conference where you get to see us in person. You get to talk to us. You can ask us questions. If there's something we could help you with, guide you, that's what we're there for. And I think that's extremely important to me. And hopefully, as people continue their journey in clinical research, they don't have to go through those struggles. I want to say that some of us went through, there's growing pains with having a site. There's good times, there's bad times. And I hope others can avoid that with some guidance from our experiences.
And 18 years as a site owner, I just want to say, Judy, you went to one of the conferences. I don't even know which one. It's not important, but Judy does go to conferences. Matter of fact, well, except Chris, all these gals go to conferences regularly. They make attempts to make things better in the industry. Judy's like speaking on panels and stuff. 3 people separately all texted me from one of the conferences you're at. They're like, look at Judy. Wow, like amazing that I got a chance to meet her. So you've become like a thought leader in this space after 18 years.
Yeah, and I think it's I go to these conferences to learn too. I do learn from other people aside from who's here at the with us, and that's why I go, because I'm always learning. I'm always catching on to different things. Maybe all the sessions are not things that I want to go to, but there are specific ones. There are people that are there that I want to talk to, I want to connect with. So I think every conference has its thing. It's not for everyone. You make that choice. But like I mentioned, I'm always willing to participate. I will be on panels because there's a lot of things I know and I can speak of, especially working in a large Latino community. And if it helps move the industry even more with being able to recruit minority patients or whatever it is that we're doing, I will continue to be on these panels. And I do it because I love to, and I love to help others.
I have a question, Judy.